That's a trick question, and let me tell you why. Depending upon the irrigation professional you're working with, every single one of them will have a preferred brand for different parts of a system. There is no singular irrigation professional that prefers the same brand for every head, every valve, every clock, every part of the system. So be very cautious when you're considering how and when to invest in your irrigation system and that care and monitoring afterwards on how to do that. Instead, I'm going to take a different approach to helping you understand how to arrive at the best result. There are two categories of irrigation care and maintenance providers within our industry. The first category is the most common, with 95% of irrigation providers falling into this category. And we call this category good enough. It's conventional. It does the job, but maybe it's not optimized. In this first category, what you need to understand about good enough, or what is happening 95% of the time in the irrigation industry, is it's more affordable, which is a benefit for someone who has a limited budget but still wants to get water on their plants. And it's easier to find a contractor who operates within that capacity, because that's what 95% of irrigation contractors operate with. Here's the cons to a good enough system. They're designed, installed, and maintained by someone who has an education in hydraulics and water science. In theory, what that means for you as a consumer is they know how to make water spray out of a head. What they don't know is horticultural and plant sciences, and what is needed to precisely make those things that you have an irrigation system for thrive and survive. So most irrigation providers are trained hydraulically with very limited horticultural experiential knowledge. When someone's not thinking of those things, you might get a more budget-friendly first result, but you're not going to get the optimized garden care and lushness that you see in the magazines or on the internet. The second type of irrigation contractor, which makes up less than 5% of the irrigation contractors in the United States, operates under a system called an optimized horticultural watering system. In an optimized horticultural watering system, you get the benefits of precise water exactly where you need it to help those plants thrive. An irrigation specialist who's been educated in an optimized horticultural watering system is educated in both horticulture and what turf needs to thrive and what landscape plants need to thrive, and hydraulics to make that system run. So this person is a hybrid specialist that knows both plantings and the engineering behind water sciences to combine for an optimized system. A specialist is going to look at the slope and the area and the shade and recognize this is a shady area between houses. I bet this is constantly a swamp, because it runs the same amount of time as that full sun area 15 feet away out in the back lawn. In an optimized watering system, that would be a separate zone that runs less time to prevent the fungus, moss, mildew, and constant mud that happens in that shady, damp area. The same applies to landscape plants. With an optimized system, you're going to have more zones, which does cost more initially, but you're able to tailor the watering schedules and coverage to your precise plants and needs without the waste of spraying what doesn't need sprayed, or underwatering something that needs watered and potentially risking losing plant material. So the best systems are the ones that are optimized to precisely monitor those issues.